James Banks here for DefinitiveeSports, and I'm here with Team Liquid Snute, new boy on Team Liquid at the ESET UK Masters. How are you feeling, Mr. Liquid Snute? Does it feel good hearing that?
Absolutely. I mean, Liquid has been a great team. You know, it's just the best team I've been in, so yeah, it feels good.
Now, you've just topped your group. Wasn't an easy group either. Very convincingly. There's a little bit of drama with the Baby Night 4GG situation. Are you very happy with the results?
I'm really happy with the way it was done, obviously, because I got first place that way. The map score was not too great. I had the same map score as 4GG. So, you know, it's always debatable, but yeah, to me personally, I don't have any choice but to be happy that I placed first. And when I look at the score itself, it makes sense in one way, because Baby Knight and Johnny Rico beat 4GG, and I beat both of them. So in that regard, it makes sense. It's a bit weird, but I'm obviously happy about placing first because I'm already top 8, and that's really good for me.
Now, you're a player that you analyse a lot, and you're putting a lot of time into the game. Ever since your time in Ministry of the Wind, and when I first started to get to know you as a player, now you've come on massive leaps and bounds as one of the star European players. Now you're on Team Liquid. Do you feel a bit more pressure?
A lot, definitely. But you know, in the end, it's all pressure I put on myself. But I oftentimes, you know, end up reading topics, and you know, there's always the patch zerg flaming and all that kind of stuff, and sometimes it gets to me. But you know, I just need to work on that. Like sometimes when I play, if I lose a game, then I start thinking about what people would say, and you know, there's this really negative line of thought in my head. So yeah, I just need to become stronger and don't care about things like that, and tell my mind to shut up, because it's not logical or reasonable the way I think sometimes. So once I can overcome that, and then you know, just have the really perfect and unstoppable mentality that you know I could show during Home Story Cup. If I can get back to that stage, you know, I'm just gonna kick some serious ass, I'm sure.
Now, you mentioned patch zergs. I personally hate the word because it's not something the players can help. It's what was in the game, and I don't consider yourself as one of the patch zergs. For you to be picked up by Team Liquid, like, they must see the future in you and the potential in you to be one of the great players, and which you're proving at this event. How much does the word patch zerg, does it affect you a lot, or do you just now kind of try to blank it out?
No, it's, you know, it's more about how I think. It's too difficult to describe in just a few words, so I think I'll just leave it there. But the bottom line is that I need to stop being too hard on myself and to have negative thoughts when it counts the most. You know, I need to just let go. And once I'll be able to do that, then I will be able to just focus on the moment and focus on the game, and that's the most important thing. That's what I did when I played against Symbol in the Home Story Cup finals. My brain wanted to think things like, you know, you can't do this, you know, he's better than you, stuff like that. And you know, yeah, you know, it pops up all the time. Sometimes if you're a competitor, especially like the last 2 events I've been to have not really gone so well, been having a couple of issues, and it pops up sometimes. And yeah, so I just need to tell myself in those moments that, you know, I just need to get on to a better track and focus on the game, because that's what's important in the moment.
Now, I first met you in DreamHack when it was 2011, I believe, and when I was working for Up Close Gamers, that long ago, going all the way back. Now, you were a very happy soul then, you were very focused, very dedicated, and you spent a lot of time with Cytoplasm as well, all the practice there. Do you still spend a bit of time playing with him? Because we don't see too much of him anymore.
No, he's not playing anymore. No, he's working full time, so that's why Cytoplasm stopped. It's a bit sad, you know. He's a great guy and a great player, and especially in CVC he was so strong. I think he was almost undefeated against Stefano, for example. So yeah, he doesn't play anymore, unfortunately.
Now, looking at yourself, and you've done so well, what advice could you get out there to other players who are looking to get into your position? Because you work so hard for it. Could you give some information or some advice that all players can work towards, and what they need to do to end up in your position?
I guess if you're improving, then make sure to identify what you were doing prior to when you noticed improvement. Like take some time to think back and see when did you start improving and what were you doing at the time, and keep on doing it and always try to make it better. I think whenever you find something that makes you better, then don't stop just because you've improved, but keep going. So that's my best advice, I guess.
Thank you. Very useful. Very useful. So, Team Liquid have like a large base in Korea as well with players. Any talks of you heading out there, or do you feel like you want to head out there, or are you happy staying where you are now?
Going to Korea is something I want to do. It's something that I talked to, when I was negotiating about teams. It was one of my main criterias. So I'm hoping to go to Korea very soon, but there are a couple of events and things that I want to attend in Europe first. So yeah, I don't have any date right now, but soon, hopefully.
So coming back to the ESET UK Masters, what do you think overall of this event? It's very different to many other events. What's been your favourite parts, or what's been the highlights of the event so far, other than your results, of course?
I think my favourite part is there are so many foreign players here, and lots of the players that I'm really close to. So it's really good to meet some of the players that you talk to the most online, players you practice with, players that you are close to, because you get that friendly atmosphere. And it's kind of a small, cozy event, so in a sense it feels a bit like Home Story Cup in the social aspect. There's so many people there here that you consider your friends. So I like that part, and also the admins are taking great care of us. And those admins are also people that you've been talking to online. Admins that previously worked in the Playhem dailies, caps like that. I've been playing those a lot. So I'm really just happy to be here with all the great people that I talked to so much online, Kras, Baby Knight, and of course my teammates, and plenty of others. So yeah, that's the best part for me personally, that I can be here, talk to people that I talk to mostly online, and get to see them. It's
face to face.
Yeah, it's good. You don't really get to spend that much time being social as a pro gamer. Of course you can, but most of the time you'll probably sit inside and practice, right? So when you go to an event like this, it's really cozy, and you're being taken care of by the admins. It's good.
So something a little bit maybe more controversial here. The Ministry of Winhouse. There was a lot of negativity surrounding it towards the end. What are your thoughts and feelings on it? Because you're someone who spent quite a fair bit of time there.
Yeah, but I also spent a limited time, and most of the things that I heard about the place took place after I left, so I don't really know too much about it firsthand. And I always think in those cases it's the most important to actually ask the people that stay there. And of course I knew some of the people that stayed there too, and obviously when you have drama or some sort of problem surrounding someone, then that's usually a good indicator. But yeah, I don't really I don't know, the house is closed now, so I think it was a great concept, but it was executed in a way that just didn't work out. But to me it was fantastic. The infrastructure was okay. I mean, some things obviously could have been improved. The internet was a bit unstable at times, a couple of other things that could have been better too for the players. But to me it was just really great, because I could be there with like-minded people, and those people, we became really close when we stayed there, and it was such a great environment for practice. So in that way it was good. It was an idea that I would almost hope that someone would get an initiative like that going again, but on the other hand you have so many teams now talking about setting up team houses and stuff, maybe. So yeah, we'll see what pops up, but as for the controversy, I don't really have much to add other than what people already know. So
now, do you think that your bit of time that you spent in there is a big part of the reason you've been so successful now?
Every bit helps. I think that the time I spent in the Ministry of Win was amongst the best practice I had. I also practiced really well in Korea afterwards. And when I then returned to stay with my girlfriend in Sweden, I practiced quite a lot as well. And especially leading up to Home Story Cup, I just sat in front of the computer all day, and it pays off in the end. But yeah, definitely would say that the Ministry of Win was really good practice, but I also got exhausted from playing that long. So, but it's really good. Staying in a team house is a great environment, so if you want to practice a lot, it's recommended.
Now, do you think on this event, is there any players that you, other than probably your teammates, because no one wants to knock out their teammates, but any other players you definitely want to avoid?
That's a good question. I'm not really concerned about anyone. I know I can beat any remaining player that's here. I have a losing record against Sting now. I beat him in Wings of Liberty, and he is also through. So the last time I played him was in IEM, and I lost to him. But I still think that, you know, TLO beat him, Ret beat him, so I want to beat him too. But it all depends. I don't know who I'm going to get tomorrow. But if I play well enough and if I can have a healthy mindset, then I think I can win the entire event if I just keep it up.
Now, in terms of events overall, has this event been like catering to your needs well? Do you think you're well looked after?
Yeah. The admins are taking good care of us. We have a lot of table space. The computers are working okay. A couple of issues, but nothing too much. It's not like the computer is lagging in-game, and you know, that's the most important thing. And yeah, we got water, the food is okay, at least for me. So.
And the desk is comfortable enough to sleep on?
Yeah. I don't know why I felt so tired today. I mean, I slept really well at the hotel, but still, when I was done with my matches, even before I was done, I just felt like it was 10 p.m, even if the time was only like 3 or 4. So I hope I can focus a bit more tomorrow, and I will play even better. I'm not really too happy, you know, it sucks to say when I got first in my group. I don't want to insult my opponents, but yeah, I can do better.
Well, I'll leave you to it. We'll get you rested up and ready for tomorrow. Anything else you want to say? Anything you want to say to the guys out there?
I just keep practicing and fighting for those, you know, those who believe in practice. It's really good. It pays off. I'm really proud of what TLO and Ret, you know, they've been doing so well lately, and a lot of that is because of practice. So when I've been slumping now, the last few months, I've been feeling a bit bad about myself and my results. You know, obviously going from being one of the best foreigners at the end of Wings of Liberty to being someone who's losing in the first group stages. It's a bit tough, but I'm just really happy and proud to be in the teammate of TLO and Ret, because I can just see how much they are practicing. Especially TLO has been grinding so hard the last few months, and you can see how much it pays off, like 5-0 in the group. So, you know, yeah, I'm just really, I just want to give my teammates a shout out here, because they're just being so great. And a huge,
very humble.
Yeah, a huge inspiration for me right now when I'm feeling a bit down. So yeah, it's really good.
Really nice to hear, and that's one of the unique things about Team Liquid. I was speaking to TLO earlier, and it's such a family environment. You guys really do seem to be motivating each other and mixing well. Well, good luck in the rest of the tournament. I will speak to you probably later on, hopefully, as you continue to do well. You can follow this guy on Twitter @LiquidSnute. Give him a follow, check out what he's doing, and check out the rest of the coverage on d-esports.com. We'll be providing more interviews. We've got the TLO interview, now the Snute interview. We just got Ret to go. We'll hit all the Team Liquid players. So keep checking back, guys.